Yo, we are back with another video. This is the update video for Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson, when he tried to annihilate a pro wrestler, sent him to the hospital. And Abby and Preach, they uploaded a kind of a sequel video to it, so we were just about to react to that, huh? Yeah, cool, fantastic, yeah, all right. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, help a brother out. What's that? So Rampage Jackson failed his son, Aaron Priest. Yeah?
Now look, we've all seen the incident by now, all right? Nothing that we're going to discuss in this video is absolving Raj of anything. But I think it's important that we as men discuss how we influence and encourage others to engage in violence by making them feel lesser than because they don't live up to our idea of masculinity. His own father, that he desperately wants to make proud and to surpass, called him minutes before the assault and called him a gay person and clowned him repeatedly. And then his chat went to go clown his son.
Let me call my son. Hey, yo, did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights, nigga? Did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights? No. Do I need to send my goons over there? No. You was hugging on a dude in some damn tights. Man, shut the fuck up. Man, you shut the fuck up. I looked at your stream, nigga, you was hugging on some dude in some booty shorts. I wasn't fucking hugging on nobody. Making shit up. I ain't make nothing up. All right, long as you say. All right, now y'all got my son mad at me. Are y'all happy now?
Now, Rampage is joking. He's clearly trolling.
Yes, but that got into the head of his son.
His son is not trolling. His son is actually upset.
My dad can't never call me a bitch.
Well, now you just involved fucking Rampage himself, because that's his boy.
Yeah, I can handle myself. Yeah, I can handle myself.
Rampage gonna come whoop your ass.
You don't need his dad. He handle his own shit.
Yeah, I got my own shit. Yeah. Bro, my dad can't do shit.
He felt emasculated by the hit earlier. Why am I putting all this all together? On many different streams, Rampage will troll his son. You know, he'll call him gay, call him weak, whatever it is. And I think this is the barrier. Remember what you talked about when it comes to relationships, how people get online and when they got problems in their relationships, they be live streaming the whole thing, and you say how weird it is?
I think it's super weird.
The same thing is happening, but with parenting right now.
Yes.
People are like, Rampage is not ill. I don't think he is, but this comes down to the whole masculine energy thing. Growing up, you saw a lot of guys get into fights because people taunted them because they needed to prove themselves. His son clearly feels like he needs to prove himself to his father, but also feel like he's, what is the word I'm looking for?
He's forever in the shadows of his dad.
Exactly.
Forever.
Yes.
Hell no, I don't got no bread, bro. My dad got bread. That's his bread. That's not mine. That's why I want to get on brand risk.
Every time he walks in somewhere, his dad is bigger than him. No matter what he accomplishes, his dad. It's just like when you're going out with a star. You're going out with a star. You know, let's say I go out with a girl. My girl is huge, super famous. I'm never gonna be Breach. I'm gonna be that girl's boyfriend.
Absolutely.
And it's like, okay, but I do shit. Yeah, no, you're the. He's at the event alone. Oh yeah, Rampage's son. That's great.
And it hyped him up. Because they kept bringing up his dad. They kept bringing up his dad, where they were like, oh, you know, oh yeah, Rampage is gonna come over. And it's like, nah, I can handle myself. And like, especially as a man, one of the worst things you can do, one of the worst things, you know, that can happen to a guy is to be never his own man. To never be acknowledged as his own man. To always be acknowledged as a derivative. You know what I'm saying? Like he is. That's kind of what it is. He's Rampage's son. He's not Raja. He's not, you know, just his own man. He is Rampage's son. So you are known as a byproduct of somebody great. You're not known as your own person. You're known as the offshoot. You know what I'm saying? The you're known as the less popular sequel. You know what I'm saying? It's like the difference between Mulan and Mulan 2. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows Mulan. Ain't nobody watched Mulan 2. Nobody. You cannot tell me about Mulan 2. You don't remember Mulan 2. What happened in the second Aladdin? You didn't even know there was a second Aladdin, did you? Straight to VCS. VCS. VHS? Whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he is known as just it's like who is Genghis Khan's kid? You don't know off the top of your head, but you know who Genghis Khan is. And now, like, was it 2% of the world is related to Genghis Khan? But you know that. You know if you relate, like, it's, but he's not being acknowledged as his own, and that is killing him. Or this could have potentially ended not only his whole career, but his whole life, his freedom, the freedom in his life right now.
No, I mean.
And to add to your point, he has 4 kids. Only one of them decided to be an MMA fighter, and it was the illegitimate child.
Yes.
And it speaks to that psyche where the child who's rejected.
That's like Creed. Ain't that like Creed? Ain't that like Creed? If he had the illegitimate son, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? And he's the only one who wanted to be a boxer, and so he's trying to be a boxer. You know what I'm saying? It worked out for Creed, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Will do whatever they can, oftentimes, to prove themselves worthy.
Of course.
Tell you, I knew out of all my boys, I knew he was gonna be the one that
How many do you have?
I got 3 boys.
But if you guys knew Rampage when he was early in his UFC career, the dude was a complete crash out. He had run-ins with the law. I think he had a few like actual incidents that probably should have landed him in jail. I say all this to say, what?
His name is Rampage.
Right.
Where the hell do you think he got that name?
As a fighter, I think it's a great persona. It's enjoyable to watch.
But
when your son is living in your footsteps, and he's trying to live up to that name, it puts a high bar. And when your dad's fucking clowning you in public, which gives everyone else the green light to shit on you, when you don't got your self-esteem together, to me it's a recipe for disaster.
oh, 100%.
All the motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Bro is walking down the street after beating someone almost to death with blood on his shirt, talking about, I'm tired of people playing with him. And the guy wasn't playing with him. The guy was an innocent bystander. I ain't gonna lie. Bro was an innocent bystander. It was a miscommunication, and all because of miscommunication. Bro is laying in the hospital. He was unconscious. It seemed like it's touch and go for a while. Like they weren't sure if bro was gonna make it or not. And now this guy is walking down the street, blood on his clothes, rambling about people calling him, messing with him, and telling him how they shouldn't mess with him. He's tired of people calling him Abby. Like, come on, son. What are we talking about, bro? Bro, this is what I was saying in my other video. Anger. You can't let your anger control you. The Bible talks about what happens when you let your anger cause you to sin, bro. It talks about in Proverbs. It talks about people who don't have the best intentions, and they just give in to their emotions. They let their emotions control them rather than they have control of their emotions. It's always you'll always end up in a trap, always end up in a pit, always end up with the wrong thing happening to you because you took all the wrong turns. And I bet you he doesn't even know why he really did it. That's the sad part. I bet you he doesn't know why he really did it. It's like he just felt like he had to do it. But I bet you if you ask him, okay, why didn't you crash out on literally anybody else? He wouldn't be able to tell you. Anybody else who actually really did harm you, like, I bet you didn't crash on. No, you crashed on a guy who made a mistake. He made a honest to God mistake.
You little bitch can fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Hey, look, I'm not here to say Rampage is, a disgusting father, whatever it is. At the end of the day, he raises his kids. He's in their lives. He tries really hard to fight and be in their lives, and I commend that. He could have ignored Raja's existence altogether when he found out about it, but he took him in. He's trying to raise him. But when you involve streaming with your parenting, I don't think we've already established this for relationships. How many times has a woman got online on live stream, said some shit about her husband or boyfriend, and the public lambasts her like, why would you ever say that out loud?
Even if that thing was staged or a joke,
It's emasculating.
It don't look good.
Right.
It don't look good.
I don't understand why you guys wouldn't think from a father that wouldn't happen. Literally, the chat is because he's popular, so his live stream chat will leave to go goad the guy. And I'm not saying this is okay. I'm not trying to downplay what guy that belongs in jail, in my opinion. But can you guys not see how this desire for attention, how Rampage trying to put on this public persona all the time instead of parenting, does it affect the relationship dynamic? Mm-hmm. You're literally pushing people to go bully your kid, and your kid, he's unstable.
It's like the opposite. You want what you want to be? Straight? We already got in a fight once.
Oh, really?
2 years ago?
Yeah.
He sucker punched me.
Well, I saw the slap.
How'd that go for
Was
you?
that bad?
And what'd you do? Did you slam him on his head?
Oh yeah, that motherfucker to the hospital that day.
Yeah.
I never get guillotine on nobody. I didn't want to keep punching him, so I guillotined him and he wouldn't tap out. And
Oh, you put him to sleep?
yeah. Roger and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college, and my two Japanese kids, I knew they was going to college, so I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him.
And just think about your own dad saying that shit in public. Like, yo, my kid's a crash out. I know it. I already got the bail money ready. And you
feed into that.
You're the kid publicly. Like, yes, I understand ripping all that stuff. Your kid's clearly upset because something happened to him. Y'all can't have it both ways. You can't tell me that fathers are incredibly important, that kids need their fathers, and then also say that Rampage Jackson had zero influence. That don't make no sense. If you are literally bullying your kid...
No, he had the most influence. One, starting off because I didn't know that he was an illegitimate son, but starting off with him being illegitimate, he started off with placing this kid on the outside, exposed to criticism, because he had him outside of his marriage or whatever. Because he had him outside of his marriage, he exposed them to criticism just let's just start off right there. And then two, him being illegitimate and then finding out about, I don't know how many years went by until he found out about, and then having to bring him in, that's a big thing. That's not just a small thing. That's a really big deal. And so imagine, how do I say this? Imagine coming together with your kid. You had him outside of wedlock, outside of your marriage. You were separated from it, and then eventually you came together. And he grew up feeling, especially since you have three other kids. You got four kids. You got three other kids, and you said you got two kids that definitely going to college. You separate them, so you got two kids. You're saying, oh yeah, they're going to college, and then you're like, the other ones, they're not going because their crash outs. So I gotta make sure to save it, and you're willing to share that publicly. You already doomed them. You already put the pressure on top of them, but then you also put a target on their back. Because now people are like, okay, oh, he's a crash out. Can I see how far he'll go? How much can I poke him until he crashes out? What can I say to get him to crash out the fastest, so then we can see him go to jail, see him go to prison? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. It's you put a target on their back. Because they crash out. They don't know. You waving a big red flag, saying, "Hey, my kids don't know how to control themselves. Why don't you go and make them lose their mind? Why don't you go and I'm setting them up to fall. Why don't you go and make sure they fall off that cliff? Hey, they're on the edge. All you guys got to do is push them." That's insane. That's what you've done, though. That's been your influence. I'm not saying he wasn't. He didn't have his good moments or whatever, but at the end of the day, what you've pushed, what you've reinforced, in Raja specifically, is that all he's good for is to fight. All he's good for is to crash out. Especially because since he's legit, all he's trying to do is be like him. All he's trying to do is be like Rampage.
Calling them lesser than because they didn't handle some situation the way that you think they should have, then you have an influence. And I think it's okay to discuss that.
It's a tough one because at the end of the day, you being upset about a situation or how you were raised validates how you feel about something, but it does not absolve of your actions. The people on the chat has something to do with it, but at the end of the day, you took those decisions.
This might be the first time I'm gonna ever say this. Not that it's not real, but like this is probably one of the clearest examples. This is what I imagine when people think of toxic masculinity.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
He was getting upset with his chat because someone said you're too nice. Oh, you think I'm nice? Someone said you're not a crash out. Oh, you're gonna see I'm a real crash out.
I'm a fake crash out. All right, bet. You about to see how fake of a crash out I am. I'm too nice. Bet. But I don't believe in me getting disrespected too. People think this shit's sweet. People think this shit's a fucking game. I bet you would be talking like this if you was in front of me, nigga.
People were able to goad this guy into having the most extreme reaction, all because he was being diplomatic. That he accepted the other person's apology and moved on. Now, nigga, you gotta get your respect. And people actually think this was an acceptable response. To me, if you think this is unacceptable, you got problems. We have this whole thing.
Someone thought that was acceptable? Wait. So there's more. There's more people who were like, the situation's passed, but I'm gonna still hold on to this anger and then use it as a revenge when you least expect it. And they thought, oh yeah, that's fine. Man, the standard of men has gone down. I ain't gonna lie, bro. There used to be, if you were gonna fight someone, you would let them know that you wanted to fight. There was a time where you would let them know you wanted to fight. But now you telling me that you gonna just essentially sucker punch them? You gonna slam them when their back is turned, and then just start. Okay. But then y'all want to be called real men. Okay.
Except no disrespect. You step on your shoes, even if it's an accident. This is a lot of dumb shit.
I let some shit slide. To be honest with you, if I'm not in my country, if I'm not in my hood, if I don't know people, they step on my shoes. So what?
Also, I
don't know who I'm talking to.
Can we take 2 steps back? We also have to talk about what people even consider disrespect. Can I be honest? This situation wasn't disrespect.
That's good.
It was a misunderstanding.
It was a misunderstanding.
But he let chat convince him he was disrespecting me for letting it happen.
Yes.
Like, here's an example. let's say it's my best friend, and we're supposed to meet up in a crowd. I would certainly agree to him, so I just grab him from behind like this, and I think it's my friend. I grab him. He turn around.
Yo,
It's not my homie.
What are you doing?
Oh, my bad. I thought you were someone else.
No, you can't
Now,
disrespect me like that.
See what I'm saying?
That's not a disrespect. That's a
Now you
good
can
point.
say that Stu should have known better, but from my vantage point, Stu, the guy who did the beer can thing with the prop, my point is, people can say he should have known better. That's a crazy thing to do to someone if you're not sure, and I can agree. But Stu's got PTSD. 1, 2, he look a little bit slow. I'm gonna say it straight. So knowing that, I think it's okay to say there's a difference between disrespect and misunderstandings. And if you can't have a bit of grace for that, I'm sorry.
That's a valid point.
But what is he? He's clowning him for being gay, right? Oh, you're around a bunch of niggas in tights. I can joke like that with you because we don't really care about it. You guys said I'm gay? I'm gay. Whatever. I was rolling up on niggas with tights. I don't really care. If you actually care, to me, that's a problem. Y'all really acting like him being at a wrestling event is something to be ashamed of. Yeah, that's what I would call toxic masculinity.
Every time that someone's talking about toxic masculinity, they don't talk about something else, right? His being was not toxic masculinity. Is that in his head, well, in his life, in his path, he had two choices: masculinity and whatever the fuck he did. Being diplomatic is masculine. It's also feminine. But because it's a male that we're talking about, there's a male way of doing masculine things. Talking to a dude and being like, you know what?
Shaking his arm?
You know what I mean? You know what? I understand. Okay, I
You get a
understand.
hit on me.
That was. But then the other thing, the sneaky stuff, that's the other choice that you did.
I'm pretty confident that if there was no stream involved, none of this would happen.
No.
Rampage is too busy trying to be entertaining instead of being a father. Raja is too busy trying to live this idea of somebody rather than trying to be himself and find his own lane. Because we impose a lot of this like hyper masculine bravado, a lot of people end up losing themselves. Random niggas at home got you in a chokehold.
It's a succubus. No pun intended.
Even when you see him afterwards, he's pouring his heart out. He's being very honest. No one's gonna call me a.
How the motherfuckers playing with me, bro?
You can tell that
sick
for
and tired
him,
of
it had
everything.
nothing to do with the man who hit him specifically. He was just a reflection of all the making fun of that you see from his dad, from the whole world, and he's not managing it well. And it makes me think of those crash outs who get rejected by women enough and then all of a sudden they go shoot up a spot. Oh, how could she reject me? Oh no, after you just murdered 20 people. Nigga, I think she had a good reason to reject you. He just proved their point. I'm not a.
You are.
I really feel this way. He really takes up after his dad.
That's my girlfriend, nigga. Why you hitting on my right in front of me? Look at her. I'll break your other leg, dude. Look at, he mad. So why you hanging out at my table next to this hottie if you work here?
If it's your table, it's my table.
Are you being a right now?
I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, but you are though.
Well, that's just because you're sensitive then.
Hey, get the fuck out of my table. I already figured out you a get your ass off my table.
He's sensitive.
He's a bit of a crash out himself.
Yeah.
But again, if you watch Rampage over the years, you know this. I just kept thinking about all them young niggas I done seen when I was a kid, how they got goaded into dumb fights or hating somebody else because somebody else, he said you a bitch. You get arrested, get a charge, gotta drop out of college. Like, it's all dumb shit.
Really? And how old were you when that happened?
Oh, that was my whole high school experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my whole childhood.
You're right. He's not in there no more. At some point, you have to grow out of it. I think that's a rite of passage that you have to feel those things. You have to feel that to understand how it is. Problem is that there's some grown-ups, there's some grown-ass people that still has this high school mentality. And those people are raising kids. And then them kids are perpetuating that and telling your kid that's the base of life. Because I'm a grown-up and I act like that.
Culturally, we encourage this even into adulthood.
100%.
That's why niggas in their 30s pulling out gats on guys because they said something about them.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you got to be accountable for the fact that you let all these people go. You're like, wake the fuck up. If you saw these dweebs who were in your live stream chat calling you a you'd round them all up. You'd see a couple 13-year-olds, a couple 12-year-olds. And if you let these motherfuckers right in front of you goad you into a fight, you're the biggest loser. Spending your afternoon trying to get them mad, so you have to be a loser in your personal life. Anybody who's doing anything, anybody who got loved ones they spend time with, is not in the IRL stream being like, oh, you're going to let them do that to you? See, it's loser shit. You're going to let losers
Dictate your life.
have you give up your freedoms.
Even if they weren't. Even if they weren't, I'm pretty sure we're at the end of the video. Even if they weren't, let's say they weren't losers. You gonna let other people dictate your future? Let's say they weren't losers. Let's say they were perfectly functioning people in society. You gonna let other people dictate what you gonna do with your life? That's all you can control. You gonna give up that control to other people? You gonna let another person have that much power over you? That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. They don't gotta be losers. They could be regular people. You gonna let somebody else who don't know your context, who don't know what's going on in your head, who don't know your passions, your hurts, your pain, your dreams, your aspirations. They don't know nothing about nothing. Tell you what you should do. That was always gonna be. You were always gonna be set up for failure. That was always gonna be an issue. There's nothing else left for you, buddy. And you know what? That's okay. Some people, they're going to not choose. They're not going to choose wisely. Some people they're just not going to take the path they should have taken. They're going to take the wrong path. They're going to make the wrong decision. Ain't nobody too far for redemption, but some people they'll reject the redemption. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Man, I really hope this is an eye-opening thing for the young man, for Roger, bro, because you can't go through your whole life feeling that hurt, bro. It'll kill you. You can see he's holding on to a lot of pain. And it's not excusing anything he did. Man, I really hope bro is okay, man. I really hope he make a full recovery, because that is ridiculous. And I know, I believe Roger should he has to pay for what he's done. He has to be punished for the consequences of his actions. But I just pray in that punishment that he can find peace. That's all I hope. But yeah, guys, appreciate y'all. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And I hope I see you guys in the next one. Hey, stay blessed, don't stress. I'll see y'all in the next. Peace.
Just a moment with the wrong thought, here comes the downfall like a flood, like a flood.